Well, it's an unjust indictment, and it seems like these intimidation tactics have been pervasive. We spent all week seeing different members getting censured, all in hopes of intimidating and kind of distracting from the Epstein files. And I look forward to my day in court so I can prove myself and actually state the truth. But if this is what Congress is becoming, where they're always trying to intimidate you, scare tactics, especially attacking minorities, black and brown people, then we're going to have to keep fighting for the district.
Another Democrat is facing their messy downfall. Florida Congresswoman Sheila Cherfilus-McCormick resigned earlier today, moments before her House Ethics Committee hearing, to weigh her punishment after the committee found her guilty of fraud 3 weeks ago. The Democrat Congresswoman issuing a statement, writing, "Rather than play these political games, I choose to step away so that I can devote my time to fighting for my neighbors in Florida's 20th district. I hereby resign from the 119th Congress, effective immediately." The Congresswoman allegedly stole a whopping $5 million from FEMA. The company she co-owned was overpaid with federal funds back in 2021, but kept the money. According to the indictment, she was accused of over 25 ethics violations. The stolen funds were not only used for her campaigns, but to pay for her lavish lifestyle, buying Tiffany & Co. jewelry. You know, I'm sure Mercy and I would love to go shopping there with that funds, right? Designer clothing, too, high-end hotels, and even a cruise. Planned. I'm sure you have cruise suggestions there. And not to mention the rare yellow diamond ring that she edited out of her congressional headshot. That pretty ring there. So, I mean, Plant, what do we make of this? Another one bites the dust?
Well, I got to say it. Was she actually playing the race card there? And like she's championing the cause of black people here because she stole $5 million in
I think that was one of her defenses ahead of this. And then, of course, she said she would have her day in court, but I guess she wanted to stay silent ahead of that.
I guess no day in court at this point. Well, she's abandoned the day in court on Capitol Hill before the Ethics Committee. But again, it's $5 million. It's Tiffany, shopping at Tiffany, and the giant canary diamond there, which she was aware was going to be an issue because she had it airbrushed professionally out of her official photo as member of Congress. Now she's resigned exactly so she doesn't have to face the music, but you can actually play the race card, and then the news media will run away and leave her alone with her $5 million.
If you have a defense, don't you want your time to be able to speak up? And it seems like it was her taking the easy way out and not taking that moment she could have had. I guess didn't want to face the music before her colleagues.
Right. Well, you're the lawyer, not me. But I would say that, look, I think for her, she has to focus on this criminal court case. I mean, right. she's in big trouble. I mean, $5 million. We were just talking about this. I mean, you can buy a beach house down in Naples, really nice beach house down in Naples. But look, I think that I don't know if she's been talking to Eric Swalwell. I mean, you know, obviously, I think we're seeing this kind of pattern in a lot of ways coming from the Hill. And I do think that whether it's Republican or Democrat, there are these big issues of corruption. There needs to be ethics reforms happening. And I think the vast majority of Americans would agree with that.
And one of the things I'm sure lawyers don't say too much ahead of any sort of criminal trial. But at the same time, nothing, I think you teased this in the beginning, nothing looks more guilty when you decide to resign rather than sort of, you know, hang out there, face your punishment, stay in the game. Jason, why didn't she do that?
No, I think it's the best thing for her, probably for her family, you know, and also for the country, for her to resign and actually step aside and allow, well, for her, as we've said, I think you say the least that you can before potential criminal indictment. I think you don't say too much because that can and will be used against you.
And keep the money.
Well, yeah, out of curiosity, though, Tim, do we know anything about her district? Like, is this a safe blue district? Is it? Do you have any idea there?
Well, of course it's a safe blue if somebody like that gets elected. But what I will say is this: I will say I have a defense strategy counselor I can run by you if that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe if she said, "Hey, during COVID, 4.6 to $5 trillion in aid was distributed among the country, and according to the GAO and other organizations, about $1 trillion of that was in fraudulent payments." Maybe she could say, hey, it wasn't me, it was the federal government giving me the money, and therefore, how can I be possibly held accountable for that?
Ignorance is no excuse of
all right, we'll go back for it. Okay.
Good try, Tim. Good try.
Sorry.